Hello everyone, welcome to Coders Camp. We are at 13th day of November LeetCode challenge and the problem we are going to cover in this video is daily temperatures. So it is a medium category problem and the input given here is integer array which denotes temperature at each day, and we have to return the number of days you have to wait after the current day to get a warmer temperature. If there is no future day for which this is possible, then the answer is 0. So again, the output is in the format of an integer array, which is nothing but the number of days we have to wait to get a warmer temperature. So let's understand this with an example. So here's a given input array and we have to fill in our output array answer that has the number of days we have to wait for a warmer day. So let's start from the very first day. So the temperature is 73 and the next day is 74. So we have to exactly wait one day to reach a warmer temperature than the current temperature. So we are putting in 1 in the output. Going forward, the next day is 74, which is considered to be the current day, and from the current day we have to wait one more day to reach a warmer temperature because 75 is greater than 74. So again we are filling 1 here. Same way goes on to 75. From 75, if you go and check the next day, it is 71, which is actually less than the current day. So further moving to the next day, it is 69, which is also less than the 75. And going further, it is less than 75. And finally, there is 76, which is higher than 75. So you have to exactly wait 1, 2, 3, 4 days to reach a warmer temperature than the current day. So I'm going to fill 4 here, and same goes with the rest of the days. And let us fill 71 is greater than 69 and 69 is less than 72. So 70 at 71 we have to wait 2 more days to reach a warmer temperature. So I'm going to fill 2, and from 69 we have to fill 1, and from 72 the next day is 76. So we have to wait 1 more day to reach a warmer temperature at this stage. So I'm going to fill 1, and there is 76 when you see the next number is 73. So 73 is obviously not warmer than 76, and we don't have any more days left to calculate or get a warmer date than 76. In that case, in the problem statement, it is said that if we cannot find a warmer day, then the answer is going to be 0. And for the last day, it is again going to be 0. For any problem, the last day is going to be having the value 0 because we cannot find warmer day than that day. So yes, this is going to be our output. How are we going to approach this? As usual, the first approach would be a brute force approach. So here, if you want to try the brute force approach, you're going to iterate the very first day with every other day until we find a greater number than the current number. So once you find the greater number, you're going to update the difference between the two numbers in our output array and break the loop. And same goes with all other iterations. So what if there is an array which is having a higher value at the first index and goes on decreasing till the last day, like some 50 entries. So which means it is a worst case scenario for this brute force approach that for a very first value you have to iterate till the last day to get a warmer temperature because all other values are decreasing, and same goes with the second value. So when you start calculating from the second value, you have to go through all the values till the last value to reach a higher value, or there cannot be a higher value at all since the array is decreasing. In that case, your algorithm is going to work in big O of n square time complexity, which is not at all an optimal solution. So how do we approach this in an optimal way? So as we are iterating the given array, the only thing we have to remember is the number of days which are having lesser temperature than the current day. So we need a data structure to store or remember those temperatures. So stack comes in handy. We are going to use a monotonic stack. We have already used this kind of stack in our previous problem, but this is one of the starter kind of beginner problem that you can start using this monotonic stack for a better understanding. So monotonic stack is nothing but which maintains the value in a decreasing or increasing order. So by using that, we are going to calculate our temperature and the days. So let's see how we're going to approach this. So we are going to maintain a monotonic decreasing stack to store the values or the temperatures in decreasing order. If you're not understanding what is that, it's okay. We are going to keep this stack as a memory to hold the number of days with lesser temperature so that we can calculate the difference between those days and get rid of those temperatures. So let's start by having 73. So now 73 is going to be our first value, and we are going to put that into our stack. So as we are going to remember the number of days or the difference between the number of days between the temperature, we need index of each temperature so that it is easier for us to calculate the differences. That is the only purpose we are entering our index here. So 73 is at index 1. So moving on to our next number, 74. So now we are checking whether 74 is higher than 73 or higher than the value at the top of the stack. Yes, 74 is actually higher than the value at the top of the stack, which actually means we found a warmer day than the previous day in the stack. So we can calculate and put our value in our output array. So the first thing we have to do is we are going to pop the value 73,1 from the stack because we found a warmer day, and we are going to update the value at our output to 1 because we found a warmer day at index 2. So 2 minus 1 is going to be 1. So now we are going to put our stack value to 74, 2. So or you can start from 0 and 1, anything is fine. It is just the difference between the number of days. So now 74 has entered our stack, and next value is 75. Our current value is 75, and we are checking whether it is higher than the value at the top of the stack. Yes, it is. So which means we found another warmer day than the value at top of the stack. So value at top of the stack is at index 1. So we need to update our index 1 in our output. So our output is going to have 1 again because the next warmer value is immediate next value to the current value. So we are going to pop this value from our stack, and we are going to enter the next value to our stack, which is higher. So 75, 2 enters our stack. So now we are going to iterate our next value and check whether it is warmer. So our next value in the array is going to be 71. So 71 is actually not warmer than 75. So we did not find a warmer day than 75 at index 2. So we are going to store them in our stack until we find next greater value. So let us update simply 71, 3 because 71 is not a greater value. We need our stack to remember this. So we are not going to pop any value. Instead, we are going to store that value in our stack. So there comes the next value, 69. So 69 is also less than what is there in the top of the stack. So which means we did not find any other warmer day. So we are simply going to update our stack to remember this. So 69 at index 4 is not warmer than any other previous days. So there goes 72. So 72, if you check top of the stack, 72 is actually warmer than 69. So what we need to do, we are going to pop the 69 because we found a warmer day than 69 and update 72 at index 5. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to update the value at index 4 because we popped it and we found a warmer day. So now there you go. The index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now at 4, we are going to update the difference, that is 5 minus 4 is 1. Yes. So our stack is still there. So if you observe what is there before 72 was 71. 71 is also less than 72, which means we found another warmer day than 71 at index 3. So we are going to pop this value and update the value at index 3. So now our index 3 is going to update it with 5 minus 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So our index 3 is going to be updated with 2. So after you check, the top of the value is 75 and we going to enter 72. 72 is actually less than 75. We did not find a warmer day. So there goes our iteration, and the next value is 76. 76 is actually higher than 72. So what are we going to do? we are going to update the value at place 5 with the current value we found. So the current value we found is at index 6, and at 5 the difference between 5 and 6 is going to be 1. So we are going to update index 5 with value 1 and pop the value from our stack and update the new value to our stack, which is 76,3. So if you observe, what was there top of the stack is 75. 76 is greater than 75. So what are we going to do? We are going to update the value at index 2 with the difference between, sorry, the value of 76 is actually 6. So the difference between 6 and 2 is going to be 4. So we are going to update our index 2 with 4 and pop the value from our stack. So now our stack is left with only 76 at index 6. So then we are going to iterate and check what is the next value, which is 73. So 73 is not greater than 76. So we did not find a warmer value than 76. So we are not going to pop that from our stack. So 73,7 enters our stack. So we don't have any other values left, and we did iterate everything, and our stack is not empty, and we are left with 2 more values to update. So we did not find any warmer day than this. So we are going to simply update zeros in the index 6 and 7, and this is going to be our output. So if you observe the way the elements popped from the stack and inserted, it will be in a decreasing order. So that's why this stack is called decreasing monotonic stack. So this is going to work in big O of n time complexity, as we are iterating our array only once, and big O of n space complexity because we are going to use an external stack memory to store the values and its indexes. So yes, this is it. You can solve this problem also in constant space, but the idea of that problem is a bit tricky, and I don't think that we can come up with that in an interview. So this is kind of an intuitive as well as optimal solution. So let's go to the code now. So yes, let's declare the basic values. So yes, as I said, we are going to iterate our given input array and update our stack based on the increasing values. So yes, we are taking each day's temperature and checking whether the temperature at the top of the stack is less than the current one. So if it is less than the current one, which means we found a warmer day, so we are going to update our answer array with the difference. So the difference will be the value at the top of the stack, which is the index, and the index minus what is there in the stack will be our output, will be put in the output array. So if not, we are going to push the value simply to our stack without popping anything. And finally, we are going to return our answer. Yes, this is it. Let's run and try. Sorry, I messed with the brackets. Let's run and try. Let's submit. Yes, our solution is accepted and we completed our 3rd day challenge continuously. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in comments. Thank you.